Hey, what is going on, Scorpios? Butch Tarot here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. It is October, meaning Halloween is coming soon. So I'm going to be using the Zombie Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Yours? What message do we have for Scorpios? What's coming in for Scorpios, universe? All right, Scorpios. So the first thing I see is this connection. You know, I see there's someone. I mean, I feel like this is someone that you already have some sort of connection with because I feel like you know each other. Whether or not you're already in a relationship or that's where it's headed, because I mean, I definitely see a relationship coming. You know, I feel like already there's this bond that you share with this person. I mean, like I said, this could be someone that you're friends with, someone that you're already in a relationship, but I feel like things are changing, you know, evolving. I mean, with the Two of Cups, there's already this bond. But I mean, that could be with someone that you just met as well. I mean, someone that you're friends with. But there's also a friendship here. You know, we have the Three of Cups. So there's definitely something between you and this person already, but we only scratched the surface of what's really here. I mean, this person thinks about you. I mean, we're going right in order here. I mean, this person only thinks about you and only you. With the Four of Cups, I feel like this is someone that should, you know, they go out of their way for you. This person shows up, they put in the work, they show up for you. And they will continue to do that. You know, I see an establishment of trust with the Knight of Pentacles. It's that slow and steady energy, but it's always moving forward. You know, this is someone definitely trying to gain your trust. But even though there's this, I mean, there's this deep intensity with this person. I mean, we have the Knight of Wands, which is that very intense energy. We have the King of Wands, and we have the Queen of Wands. So this is very intense. I feel like there's definitely a lot of physical energy between the two of you, but it's something, I mean, when you have all three, it's very intense. You know, I feel like this person, whether they've said it or not, already made their mind up about you. I mean, this person craves you. They want you. And yeah, we have a lot of physical, But that's not it. I mean, I'm seeing so many different things going on here. I mean, we have the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So it's a family card, and the King of Cups is that, that emotional maturity. So not only have they made their mind up physically about you, I mean, and this person definitely craves you physically, but they crave longevity with you. I mean, they want a future with you. I mean, and I feel like, with the Hierophant, that's that strong bond. Like I said, with the Two of Cups, I mean, it's a lifelong bond that you have with this person, and it's only developing. It's only just really beginning. So like I said, if this is, for some of you, if this is someone you're already with, it's about to get a whole lot better. If this is someone that you're just friends with, it's going to get a whole lot more intense. But it's a good amount of intensity. I mean, I don't know, that came out wrong. It's not a good amount of intensity. It's intense, but it's comfortable. I feel a lot of enjoyment coming from this. I feel like this person does take their time a bit. They don't want to come off too eager, so they put a lot of work into like taking it slow. So I mean, I'm getting the feeling like this person wants, they crave you physically, they crave you emotionally, but they're being very hesitant about moving too quickly. Maybe trying not to scare you away. But we have the Emperor, and again, the Emperor, kind of like the King of Wands. I feel like this person's already made their mind up about you. I mean, I feel like there's a very protective energy this person has towards you. And then the Ten of Wands, I feel like they're trying to take their time here. They're trying not to come on too quickly. But it's clear, I mean, this person fantasizes about you. They think about you, like I said, with the Four of Cups. They also fantasize about a future with you. So this is not like someone just fantasizing about getting in your pants. I don't know why this fly hates me, but maybe he's a Scorpio. He wants a free reading. I don't know, but he's been bugging me all day. Anyway, this person is fantasizing about you. And they're fantasizing about something long term. I mean, they know what they want. The only hesitation is this person coming right out and saying it. But you make them happy, and they want to make you happy. With the Nine of Cups, exactly what I feel like they're going to do. I mean, I feel like they want to build that foundation with you. They want it to be built, and they want it to be built strong. So, I mean, if you feel like there's something else going on here, and it's much deeper than it appears on the outside, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, it is deep. It's very deep. It's intense. It's passionate. It's loving. And I feel like this person, I feel like they just want to open up, and they just want to tell you how they feel, what they're thinking. I feel like there is a little bit of a pushback on their end, trying to hold themselves back from going in too deep, jumping in too fast. Because they're afraid once they jump, they'll never be able to stop. Once they take that leap, they'll never be able to stop themselves. And I feel like this person is the only fear this person really has is coming on too strong, is looking too vulnerable. That's how they feel about you. But I feel like their perspective is changing. I mean, and they're getting to a point where they need to find balance in the situation. And once they realize that, that's when I feel like this person opens up to you. That's when this person finally commits to telling you everything. And I feel like, once they see the different perspective and they open up to you, that's where we find balance in the situation. You're not a fool. I feel like you already have a good idea what I'm talking about here. And for those who resonate with this, you already know who I'm talking about. Sometimes we think by the way people act that we can figure out what's going on. And sometimes by their actions don't match the energy. We may feel intensely pulled to someone. We feel this passionate, intense energy, but their actions don't seem to match it. It doesn't mean they don't feel that way. It just means, like this person, they don't want to come on too strong. They don't want to be vulnerable too quickly. Because a lot of people are afraid of being vulnerable because that's when you're most likely to get hurt. But all this person wants to do is make you happy. And your happiness and their happiness, and, they want that to coexist. I mean, they want to move forward with you. I know these cards are kind of like creepy for a love reading, but it's Halloween, right? But what I see is this person isn't walking away from this. They don't want to walk away from this. They have no intentions of walking away from this. It's just how fast do they walk into it. They don't want to have the regret. They don't want to have that regret one way or the other. I mean, with that Five of Swords, moving too quickly sometimes can be the worst thing we can do. I mean, but they're not walking away from it either. Sometimes we know what we want, and it's not a matter of if we want it. I mean, this person knows what they want. Like I said, Two of Wands. This person knows what they want. They want a future with you. They've already fantasized about a future with you. They've already played it out. They just haven't told you yet. Sometimes the hardest part about being in love is admitting it. Because that's when things get real. And a lot of people may have not understand that completely. I mean, it's like, if you're in love with someone, why wouldn't you tell them? That is the $1 million question for a lot of people. But like I said, this person is very protective of you. This person, the only thing I see as a red flag with this person, and it's not even a red flag, the only point of concern I see is this person, they're not being exactly open with you yet. But I do see that they will cure that. I always say honesty is the best policy. But like I said, sometimes admitting that you're in love is the hardest step. Because that's when you become vulnerable. That's when you leave yourself open. We've all been in that place in life where we, even if it was just a crush on someone and you wanted to tell them, but it's fun in there too. There's a little bit of mystery in there. But I mean, there's definitely, like I said, there's a lot of physical energy, but there's also a lot of emotional energy as well. This is not someone that's looking for a one-night stand. If that's what they were looking for, they would have already made their feelings known, because usually people that are looking for just that have no problem, getting that point out there. And usually those are the people that try to play it off like they have real feelings, and they try to play on that. But this person is just taking their time, enjoying the ride. They're enjoying the little things. But I mean, this person enjoys you. They enjoy you on so many different levels. But like I said, this is someone that shows up for you. This is someone that it's about the little things. They care, and it shows. And I only see that showing more. But like I said, for those it resonates, I feel like you already know who I'm talking about. This is just more of a confirmation of what you probably already knew. And for those who didn't know who I'm talking about but didn't know this, surprise. We have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We have Gemini and Aquarius. We do have some Taurus as well. We have some Cancer, some Pisces. feel like maybe it's because I'm a man, but I feel like this is a man problem. Like toxic masculinity, we call it, maybe even bordering on that is like is this one of our biggest fears is being vulnerable. I mean, we're taught from a very young age, and that toxic masculinity. A lot of people want to blame that on whatever, but it's just how we're brought up, you know. And it's hard to shake that. I mean, it took me years to shake that shit, you know, because you're brought up in a thing where, you know, it's not manly to have emotions. It's not manly to be, you know, in love. It's not manly to be vulnerable. You know, you want to have this tough exterior, but I mean, it took years to get us that way, and it takes time to get, you know, to reinvent yourself. For me, it was all, you know, like I said. I mean, I grew up in a very traditional household in the sense that, you know, boys are supposed to be tough, and, you know, you're not allowed to cry, and you're not allowed to have, you know, you're allowed to have emotions, but you're supposed to keep that shit bottled up, because if once you let it out, people use that against you. And just all these, so many toxic energies that, I mean, it's something that from a young age, I don't teach my boys that. You know, I have 2 sons, and I will never, you know, I teach them all the time. You know, you got to be strong, but there's nothing weak about having emotions. You know, close connections and love, all that shit makes us stronger. You know, so it's all about how we're taught, I think, and, you know, expectations that we have put on us. And until you get to your own place in life, then you can decide for yourself. And it's kind of like I said, when I was a kid, my dad was a military guy, and, you know, he was no shit, you know, no fooling around type guy, very strict. My dad never once in my life ever told me he loved me, and that's fact, because I remember everything. But he always put a roof over my head. You know, he always fed me. It reminds me of that movie I watched, Fences, I think it's called, with Denzel Washington. He was talking to his son, and he's like, "Where does it tell me that I gotta love you? You know, you're my responsibility. I feed you, I clothe you, but nowhere does it say I'm supposed to love you." You know, and that shit hit hard when I watched that movie, because it reminded me of my dad. But my dad grew up in a toxic masculinity. You know, he grew up with toxic masculinity, and his dad was in the military, and, you know, my dad just never got over that. This fly, man, I don't like him. But that's the thing in life. So when you're with someone, if you feel something with that person and you know that it's real, you know, don't let go of it too easily. I'm not saying you should hang on forever, but, you know, establishing trust is important, because it allows people to start understanding and being more comfortable. And when you're comfortable, you know, things are a little bit better. You know, things are a little bit flow a little bit nicer. You know, and like I said, when you're in a place where you feel like you can talk without being judged, or you can talk without being looked differently, you know, or looked at negatively, you're more inclined to do it. Anyway, I'll stop preaching. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.